Good morning. We're trying something new today. I thought maybe in the morning before getting my day started, I might sit down with the camera, record a little 3-minute thing, edit it while I'm working, and put it out, right? Just like a kind of tiny Schmiel Show, Daily Show, morning show. I don't know what name we're going to go with. Morning Schmiel, Daily Schmiel. We'll find out. But yeah, let's chat. Welcome to your morning Schmiel. It's your morning Schmiel, boot doo 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 doo. Good day! Yeah! You guys ever hear of the Global Game Jam? Richmond has a community of game developers. I know! I think it's really cool. And one of the things they do is they organize the local game dev community to participate in the Global Game Jam, which is 48 hours to make a video game, kind of like the 48-hour film festival. Everyone waits till like 8 p.m., a theme is announced, and everyone's off. If you never made a video game before, it's a great opportunity to figure it out. They put you in a team. They usually try to put like experienced people with people that have never done it before. It's really great for VCU because they get a lot of art students involved, right? So a lot of artists that don't know how to program can team up with people that know how to program that don't know really how to make art. And I think it's really cool, man. There's just this creative energy to the thing. And, you know, people are just making cool shit. They have this big presentation at the end of the weekend at 8 p.m., get some pizza, everyone gets to show off what they made. Rarely is it something that's like finished, but usually you have a lot of interesting prototypes with a lot of interesting ideas. And, you know, all kinds of people, man. Musicians get involved, right, to make the soundtrack for the game. Some people just help with organizational stuff. And me and my brother participated this year, and our good friend Travis Somerville. I actually roped JJ into doing it last year at the last second. I figured, we'll just sit down and we'll, knock out some game tool tutorials that weekend as part of the jam, and we'll just figure some shit out, man, right? I figured as long as we could make like a box move around the screen and get things to happen when he goes to certain places, we could do something with that, right? Turns out we couldn't even get that done. But we did get something made. We just wound up trying to learn like 4 or 5 different tools in the process. JJ was going crazy. Shit was intense. It was a lot of fun. I did pixel art for the first time and like animation. And it's on the App Store called Summoner! Check it out. It's got like a black background with blue text as the icon if you actually want to go play our little game jam game. Neither of us made games before. But also during that time, I decided, okay, I'm going to try to make video games for the first time, and I'm going to try to make a feature film for the first time. It was a day of firsts. I was very excited, very exuberant. We're just going to make some cool shit, man. So I got there, I recorded all this footage. I got interviews with the leads on each of the Game Jam teams, talked about their projects were, tried to check in at the end to see how far they came. Had interviews with people, got a lot of footage of the building. The building is beautiful. I recorded their keynote speaker for them and all that. And then I didn't do anything with it. I sat on it. And now it's literally been, I've sat on it for an entire year. But also, I recorded me and my brother's journey trying to make a game for the first time. So it's just supposed to be like a cool, feature movie about some people that never made a game before, that are gonna try it, and also about the spirit of the Game Jam. And I've just been kind of sitting on it forever. I shot the whole thing with my cell phone though, and I don't know, now I got a real camera, so who knows what I can make. My actual plan for this Game Jam was I thought it would be cool to just take my laptop and go hang out at the Game Jam place and finally work on this thing I filmed a year ago. I feel like I lost a lot of credibility by not actually making it into something, which, is what it is, man. It sucks, I gotta live with that. But I still haven't given up on it, and I think it could be cool, even though I never actually looked at the footage. But yeah, I thought this Game Jam, well, that'd be a thing I could do. I've recently given up my technology aspirations, which kind of hurts because I've always identified myself as a tech guy for most of my life. That's one of the reasons why I went and got a philosophy degree. I had no faith in that degree to get me a job. I knew that going in. But I always figured I would teach myself Java development and I would get a job that way. I would work as a programmer. So who cares what I got my degree in, man? Because it always seemed like a self-taught industry to me. But this last month or so, I've kind of given up the tech stuff. And that's one reason why I got into the Game Jam, was I thought, it'd be a good way to practice my tech skills. But now that I'm not working on tech stuff anymore, there's not so much for me to do at a jam. I still want to make games. It's still on the list. It's just, you have to do things one at a time. There's not enough time to do 2 things at once. I decided to focus on film. Tired of being broke as fuck, frankly, you know what I mean? And when push came to shove, I always chose the film over the tech. So yeah, I didn't really have game making aspirations for this jam. But JJ did! JJ's been learning how to do VR. JJ really wanted to make a VR thing. And so I was like, at least with the other thing, we made a phone game, and I can make pixel art. That was simple enough. But there's no way I was going to figure out 3D modeling in a weekend, you know what I mean? But we looked at what he was able to do through the tutorials he'd been going through up into the game jam, and I was like, okay, well, I'll do what I can, man. So what I wound up doing was I wrote a script for it, and I recorded some voice acting, which itself, I hesitate to say it was a lot of work, because, I mean, honestly, developing the actual thing has always been the choke point for me in life, so that's where I respect the work in. But it still took labor, you know what I mean? It took me a long time to write what I wrote. It was kind of bullshit, but, I think it turned out fun. Point is, we made a super janky thing. It originally was going to be a game. Turned out just being like a digital experience? Yeah. Almost more like an audio play that you can walk around in and shoot basketballs. So cool. If you guys want to go play it, it's on the internet. I'll leave a link down below. I think it only works in Firefox and Internet Explorer, maybe some other stuff. It doesn't work in Chrome though, and you have to download the Unity web player. But I think it's really interesting. It doesn't technically end, so when you hear like game over music, feel free to close the browser. Check it out, I think it's really fun. Yeah. Hopefully we can talk more in the future. I hope you like this. Welcome to your morning Schmiel. Do something great today. See you tomorrow.